Our next story, Primary 1 registration for the 2020 cohort begins on July 3rd and ends on October 31st, 2019. The Straits Times is a digital tool that can help parents pick the right school for their child. And with us to talk about this today is Senior Education Correspondent Sandra Davie. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
So this tool has been around since last year, but let's refresh everyone's minds. What is it about?
Okay, so basically it's a tool that parents can go to Straits Times website, put in their choice of primary school, as well as the phase under which they intend to register their child. And then based on previous year's registration data, is able to tell them what is the probability of them getting a place in the school based on previous year's figures. So it's a good tool. And from next year onwards, we have further improved this tool. We've actually crunched the data from 13 years. So since 2006, for 184 primary schools, which are taking in kids this year. And we show how many places were taken up at each of the different 7 phases. So it gives all kinds of analysis to parents to help them make more informed decisions. For example, it gives you data on some 55 schools that have been oversubscribed every single year since 2006. Then out of these 55 schools, there are 10 schools that have been oversubscribed for both phase 2B and 2C since 2006.
Popular.
So it gives you useful data such as this so that parents can make good decisions, you know, for their kids.
But this extra thing is going to come in tomorrow, I understand? And not yet here yet.
Yeah, not here yet, but yeah, it'll be online. It'll be available over the next couple of days.
Right. So the current system so far, before this edition, they can also add, the parents can sort of also add other details about themselves, right? So if they're alumni,
you know, whether, you know, depending on the phase you intend to put your child in, you know, it will mean, it will show whether you have alumni links or whether you have church and clan associations.
I see.
So that will determine the phase in which you register your child in.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the interactive, at the very bottom, if you scroll to the bottom, that you have a section that you give advice to parents with.
Yeah. Well, I've been covering the education beat for a while now, and every year I get parents asking me how can they get their kid into a school that they prefer or which they see as a good school, you know. But unfortunately, a lot of parents are basing it on schools which host the gifted education program or on schools that produce top scorers in previous years. But in actual fact, I mean, there's no ranking of primary schools. Thank goodness there isn't. You know, so these are really proxy measures that parents are using. And I always advise parents, don't go for the top school, go for the best school for your child, you know, because there's a lot of research that shows that some kids don't do well in schools that are hyper competitive, you know. It's very good research. It actually shows that they're better off in schools where they, you know, that build their confidence and their self-esteem, and where they feel that they're doing well compared to their peers.
I see.
Because some kids just don't thrive well in competition, you know, they wilt. So it may not be the best choice for your child.
I see.
Yeah.
And there are also other considerations.
Yes, location, you know, there are parents, again, who sometimes send their kids to what they think top schools, top primary schools, but it's, you know, across the island from their home, and it takes 2 hours on a school bus for the child to get there. And again, parents must note that sleep deprivation really affects a child's performance in school. So, you know, they're taking a big gamble.
Right.
So I would suggest parents look at schools that are closer to their home, go and visit the schools, go and talk to principals, find out what their philosophy is, what their views are regarding education, see whether it squares with their own philosophy of education. Look at the kind of worksheets that the teachers give out. Does it encourage independent thinking? Does it encourage creativity? These are the skills that are going to be important in the future. The other advice I always give is go and talk to the parent support group in the primary schools, because the parents, these parents have got their own kids in the schools, and they're able to tell you how good the school is, how good the teachers are. So, you know, you can get a lot of information by talking to the other parents.
I see.
So these are some of the ways in which you can get more information on the schools.
Right. So in sum, your advice would probably be, you know, think outside of more than just academics.
Oh yes, because I think increasingly these soft skills are becoming just as important. Look for the kind of co-curricular activities that the school offers. Look for whether they nurture, offer certain programs to nurture certain talents in kids, be it in the sports, music, arts, dance. So these are the things that parents should be looking out for.
I would say it's more than just grades, yeah?
Definitely. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing more with us, Sandra.
You're
welcome. If you'd like to have a closer look at the interactive we've been referring to, do go to the link that we have on our screen right here and have a poke around in your own free time. And those are our top stories of the day. If you'd like more news and videos and interactives, do head on to our website, www.straitstimes.com. Once again, I'm Kimberly. Thank you for watching The Big Story, and we'll see you tomorrow.